sa.neter the OG. Debates like a chessboard, piece move coldly, Yoda Santan. Spitting wisdom that's holy, Unc with the knowledge, dropping jewels, they heavy gold leaf. Jabari Falafel Kinky with the bold speech, Captain hold the line, Hebrew war tactics, Kim and walls crumble under Bible back practice. Scrolls versus the glyphs, hieroglyphs get blasted. Ancient scripts clash, truth wrapped in plastic. You need thick skin, we make movies, yo. F who you know, this is sa.neter studio. This is the toughest environment, rivalries, bro. Thick skin, tough heart, knowledge gon' blow. Pyramids tough, but the script's still louder. Scrolls in the cipher, the debate devours. Hebrew go to war, comedic power, shower, truth, a double-edged sword. Cut sharper than ours. Apostle with the mic, sermons hit like missiles. Elder something smooth, no wrinkles in the wisdom. They drop facts like bricks, the foundation official. This the sa.neter scene where the truth get chiseled. You need thick skin, we make movies, yo. F who you know, this is sa.neter studio. This is the toughest environment, rivalries grow. Thick skin, tough heart, knowledge gon' blow. Sa.neter the OG. Debates like a chessboard, piece move coldly, Yoda Santan. Spitting wisdom that's holy, Unc with the knowledge, dropping jewels, they heavy gold leaf. Jabari Falafel Kinky with the bold speech, Captain hold the line, Hebrew war tactics, Kim and walls crumble under Bible back practice. Scrolls versus the glyphs, hieroglyphs get blasted. Ancient scripts clash, truth wrapped in plastic. You need thick skin, we make movies, yo. F who you know, this is sa.neter studio. This is the toughest environment, rivalries grow. Thick skin, tough heart, knowledge gon' blow. Pyramids tough, but the script's still louder. Scrolls in the cipher, the debate devours. Hebrew go to war, comedic power, shower, truth, a double-edged sword. Cut sharper than ours. Apostle with the mic, sermons hit like missiles. Elder something smooth, no wrinkles in the wisdom. They drop facts like bricks, the foundation official. This the sa.neter scene where the truth get chiseled. You need thick skin, we make movies, yo. F who you know, this is sa.neter studio. This is the toughest environment, rivalries grow. Thick skin, tough heart, knowledge gon' blow.
It's okay.
On the scroll, Kimmy teacher, ancient truths in the soul. Napa the queen, her crown never bends. Wisdom in her voice, the cosmos ascends. Jabari the veteran, the bass sharp as blades. Dr. Reggie from the Bronx, history's cascade. Apostle Bible soldier, scriptures in his veins. Santana general, war cries like chain. You need tough skin, where the battle begin. Source up your information, I'm a thick ass king. Hey, okay. The toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Okay. Hey, okay. The toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in. Uncle Rage made a fire in his stare. Inky undefeated, a legend beyond compare. Moses 777, numbers align. Plans for me a prophet, stardust divine. I saw the fanboy with faith in his stride. Task after Hebrews, the tide it'll ride. Each name a pillar a debate where truth is born. Strings cry out, violins wail, 808 thunder breaking the veil. Human beatbox echoes through the fight. HOK warriors, their words ignite.
HOK.
All right. Y'all already know what it is. We just warming it up a little bit. All right, y'all already know what it is, man. We just warming it up a little bit. Get y'all up in here. Let the people come in. And we're going to get it in, y'all. It's going to be a nice little build here. And what do y'all know about Freemasonry? A lot of what I know about it is a lot of black people are scared to death of Masons. And I don't know why. We're going to find out. A lot of black people I know scared to death of Masons. What do you think, Brother Suntan?
Hey, man, it's something that shows it's a group of power, you know, like you can get away with stuff if you're a Mason. That's what
white Masons, basically. They get away with a lot of.
Yeah, but black dudes too. They say if you go on the court, you can do the hand signs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they only give you a little leeway. You get a little leeway, but powerful white men get away with real crimes.
Yeah,
crimes.
Right. So even your kids, if you won and you hit the signs and you come get him, you hit the. That's what I heard. I got a few brothers down here that's Masons. They young too, you know, that they under me. But I never wanted to get involved in nothing like that, brother. How about you?
But why do you think black people are afraid of it, though?
Because
instead of learning something, you know, get knowledge of everything instead of running from it, being scared. You need to know in case you come across. See, you would want to know in case you come across a Mason. You can know how to point out a Mason, like, oh, that's a Mason right there. You know? You see some of the secret things that they do behind the scene and all of that.
But you know, once it gets secret, that's when it gets spooky to most black people.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that, man. Once it gets secret, they be like, you know, what's going on. Tell me this, is Illuminati a part of this here or just Freemasons?
Just Freemasonry.
Ain't Illuminati kind of the same thing, ain't it?
I guess you got some Masons that's in the Illuminati. You know?
Yeah, well.
That's some Masons that's down with the Illuminati as well.
Right, but it's the same kind of organization.
People got to understand is that European Masonry and the African Masonry are two different things, man. The African brothers study a lot about ancient Kemet.
Right.
They do a lot of ancient Kemetic studies. Now, in the summertime, I interviewed some Masons that was on the street. And a lot of people say they was lying and all of this. And so I got a card from one of them. And they said, if you really want to know more, here's my card. Gave me his card. I asked him for the card. And ever since I've been calling them, they never picked up the phone, brother. The phone just rings. And then I left text messages because I wanted to go to their or whatever and do some interviews.
I was going to ask you that. Wow. Did you ever try to be one?
No, I never tried to be one, even though people accuse me of being a Mason. I remember the pseudos, right? I had on my mink hat. And my coat, but I took my coat off. So when I wore this mink hat, this was years ago, bro.
I seen a video with you with that hat on.
Yeah, the pseudos started saying, oh, he's a Mason. Look at what he got on. Look at his hat. So they started banging on me because of the hat I had on. This hat right here that you see. Man, I was wearing this shit because it was warm as hell.
Right.
My head was warm.
Yeah, that's a bad
I don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah,
they was like, yo, he got on one of them joints right there. He's a Mason. And so they started putting that in.
Some Europeans who wear that hat?
Shit, I just was rocking this joint because it was cold outside.
Yeah, but what's the Europeans who wear that hat, man? Where that hat come from in Europe?
I don't know, but they was talking about Russian and all of that stuff, right?
Huh?
They was talking about the Russian joints.
Yeah, Russians, yeah.
I was just rocking that with my coats.
Man, them hats be costing like $8,000, man. The real one.
Yeah, that is the real one. What the hell?
I just said they be costing
wear my Kango mink. My Kango minks. Here's my Kango one right here.
Okay.
See? So come on, man. I will rock my Kango joint and throw that on, but they never said that about that one. They were saying it about this one.
Cause that one got that European look.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
I ain't never had one of those. I know how much they cost though.
Yeah.
Why Inky ain't coming up in here, sir?
Man, Inky's scared to death, man.
Why? He one of them.
Yeah, Inky, hit the link, man, before he come on and do a presentation.
Come on in, little bro.
Brother.
I want to tell Inky something, man.
Come on in, Inky. Stop being a chicken. Buck, 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 buck.
Hey, man.
Yo, Apostle, man, if you out there, brother, you got to stop this running, man. This don't look good on you, bro. It don't look good on you, man.
Apostle get
every time, you know, the heat is getting hotter, you gone. You turn into the road runner, brother.
Little smoke
environment, man. You know better than that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
with the Holy Spirit,
my man, my speaker should be here. It's scheduled for 8 o'clock, so I guess he want to wait.
He's got 5 more minutes.
Yeah, he's taking care of what he got to take care of. And so, yeah, Suntan, talk to me about what you think. Do you know any Masons, Suntan?
Yeah, I just told you I got some fellas that's Masons here, right?
Okay.
Right, they younger guys. Then they like early 50s and middle 40s. They Masons, and you know they try to trick you. Want to be a Mason? No, I'm good. See, I got that thing you were just talking about. I don't really want to be no Mason, you know.
Peace, Divine. What's going on, brother? Shout out to Kingdom Harbinger Ministries. Shout out to Kingdom Harbinger Ministries. Well, you know, some people teach that, you know, Masonry came up out of ancient Kemet first. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Nah.
I wasn't familiar with that. It came up out of Kemet.
Brother, damn near all of these teachers and stuff came up out of Kemet, brother. You got that right behind you on your wall. You got Let me see if IG know about this. Let me see. Let me get on the IG real quick.
Hey, like I said, man.
AI. Not IG.
I'm always good to learn, man. That's the thing with me.
Let me see if AI can tell us a little something.
If you can't learn that enough, you might as well go kick the bucket. I'm teachable. At 65, I'm teachable, baby. I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't pull no bull. You can't no bull crap, man. Like my boy, the Holy Ghost, changing up. Hold
on.
Go ahead.
Can you give me the history of Masonry? And does Masonry come out of ancient Kemet? Let's see what this say. I don't know.
Masonry, the craft of building with stone or brick, is one of the world's oldest trades, dating back to Neolithic structures and flourishing in ancient civilizations like Kemet, Egypt, with the construction of the pyramids. Freemasonry, the fraternal organization, is generally traced to medieval guilds of stonemasons in Europe. While its modern form began in 18th century Europe, many of its allegorical symbols, such as the all-seeing eye and the pillars, are rooted in or heavily influenced by ancient Kemet's philosophies and architecture, which is a subject of ongoing debate among scholars.
See that? See that, brother?
You ready for this, son? You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. When I was 21, I went to school to be a brick mason, but just to do the work, not for that other side of it.
Yeah.
You know, I know to lay bricks and cinder blocks. You know,
a lot of people don't know. Did y'all hear that? When y'all see that eye on the back of that bill, that's the all-seeing eye. Came right up out of Kemet, bro. Right. That y'all run from, that you Hebrews run from. But you stack them dollars in your pocket, though, right? It don't tell you it come out of it come from Israel. It don't tell you nothing like that. All of this stuff come right up out of Kemet. Right. Islam included.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Islam included. Yo, indigenous black man, what do you think? What you know about that, brother? Call in, indigenous. Break down some of the Freemasonry that you know, brother. Let them know. With all this knowledge that the indigenous black man got,
he won't hop on.
He still believe in Christian and all that. He still believe in Jesus.
Yeah, because it's a personal space that I don't think that you ever dipped into with this Abrahamic faith. It's personal, man.
Nah, brother. I mean, I came up as a Christian.
So you should know.
And everything.
You should know.
Once I begin to learn the truth, brother, I put away that stuff a long time ago.
I understand that, but you know when you say truth,
some people can't let it go. Some people can't let it go.
Right. But like I said, though, it's you believe. See, you still believe in the supreme being, right? Because people like to call you atheist. Is that am I wrong?
No atheist, man.
You believe in the supreme is something more beyond us.
Yes.
So when you do that, then that gives you your personal space for your personal.
But I just don't know what this is. I don't know what to call it. I don't put a name.
I don't either.
See, when man begin to put a name to a creator, that's man-made. That's man. You see? When that's man. Man created that. That's what I tell you all the time. Man created God. God didn't create man. Man created God. You get what I'm saying? Yes or no?
Yeah, I get what you're saying in the abstract. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, just y'all be patient a little bit, y'all. We got the brother coming on in a few minutes.
Hey, and then I'll get rid of these brothers again. Did you get scared last night? Them almost had the upper hand.
Hey, I did, but tonight I'm happy we play the Pacers.
No, I'm saying with the Giants.
No, yeah, I know they are. Man, they had that. So I know that his coach messed up and didn't take the field goal.
Right.
He got greedy.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to this, man, because I want all of y'all to know Allah was created by man.
Of course.
But see, these kids that get into this stuff, they take it literal. Yep. They thinking that, Allah is up in the sky and all this other stuff. Just like Jesus never existed, there was never a man by the name of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, that existed. And I'm talking about the Muhammad of the last and seal of the prophets. That's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, you got people named Muhammad today, just like you got people named Christ or Jesus today. That's what Jabari be trying to tell y'all, and y'all miss it. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you two, and y'all be missing it. So that's why you always got to make it clear. Are you talking about the Jesus that walked on water, that healed the blind and made the deaf hear? Are you talking about that Jesus? See, you got to make it clear.
Yeah, you do. Because I don't believe in that one that walked the water.
Right.
I don't believe in that. That's mythology.
There you go.
I do believe that's it was a man who cared about life and cared about people, and they dressed him as Jesus. That he was like a Gandhi or Martin Luther King back in that day in antiquity. I believe it was that, but I don't believe all of the supernatural stuff because it would be happening now. I would see. That's just only my opinion.
There you go. Now, you know what? If that was real, like you said, apostle ass, and all of them would have been in slavery right now.
Man,
right now.
And they angry, man. They angry people, dude.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. They done broke so many of the goddamn laws.
They ain't loving like Christ.
So many Israelites right now would have been in slavery. Right now.
Christ preached love, man. I don't see no love out the Hebrew Israelites. They do good work in the
spirit. Yeah, but not only love. Christ ain't only preach love.
But that was the main thing.
All right, we're getting ready to get Judah up in here. I see him coming in, and I want to make this last thing. See, when you really look at an Israelite, right? Israelites don't really believe the white man is the devil. None of them believe that. You know why? You know how I can prove it right now? No, be quiet. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Go ahead, son.
Let me prove it to you. When your girl gets pregnant, you take her to the devil, and the devil sticks his hand up your girl's kitty cat.
Right.
And get that baby out of there. When you get sick, you go to the goddamn devil, who you call the devil, to heal you. Mm-hmm. If you really believed he was the devil, you wouldn't be going there. When it's time to get food on the table, you going to work for the one you call the devil. Yeah. Not all of you work for yourself, so don't play me like that. Right? Yep. And you want to go out and you want to have a good time and go to the restaurant, you go sit down at a restaurant and eat the devil's food. There's so many things that I can share with y'all and tell y'all and prove to you that an Israelite really don't believe the white man is the devil, because if it was, you would have your own world to live in, exclusive of this European even being around it. You're not going to his damn hospitals, right? You're not dependent on his money and his checks to take care of you and your children and your family. I mean, it's just simple, man. You're not going to work. You would rather starve than to go to work for the devil to keep his program going. But anyway, with that, let me go, because I got my man in the background and he's getting ready to get in on this masonry stuff, and I'm anxious to see it. So without any further ado, I bring to you Judah Naz. Judah Naz, I hope you come up with some fire, brother. Because you said to me, Saul, I can't come with all of this because, them niggas will take down your channel. So, yeah. The first question I have for you, maybe the only one. Why do you think black people are afraid of Masons? Because they always say, oh, he's a Mason, he's a Mason. Why is that?
I think because our people don't really know what it is. You know what I mean? Like they had such a veil of secrecy. You know, our people tend to, I mean, I was there. I think we were all there. I don't know if you were there, but I know I was there.
I ain't never been there. I'd never been there where I was afraid of that. I just listened to a lot of the stories. Back then, I remember Bush laying naked in a skull in a coffin, laying naked in the coffin, skull and bones. You know, I remember all of that growing up. I remember the Bohemian Robe and all that. You know.
Yes. So those are so I do have a presentation.
Yes.
It's not so large because I actually wanted to get in because there are certain cats like a shout out to him, a Commission adept, and guys who maintain that masonry comes from out of ancient Kemet. And so a lot of people postulate that idea. I know I would like a debate on that, but the purpose of this thing is for modern Freemasonry, like what y'all see, like with the G and the square and the compass. The presentation's short, but it's just to focus on necessarily that. Now, where the discrepancy comes in, sa.neter, is some people would say, well, Judah, original masonry came out of Africa. Some people would say that. So they would say, well, like Commission, he would say the Kemetic Kabbalah is just the lesson he gave, what was it, 2 weeks ago? 1 week ago? Commission was on. That was
that was yesterday. Commission.
No, he had a show called the Kemetic Origins of Kabbalah. That was like 2 weeks ago. Right. So yeah. So you know, I kind of challenged him on that or whatever. But I'm actually going to set up a debate between the brother and myself because I don't want to give away the Freemason quote unquote secrets per se.
What's the topic again? Because I'll call him and set it up that you would debate Commission on. One
is it's called the mystery system, sa.neter, the mystery system. Right? That's what they would call Kemetic science or Israelite science or whatever. It's like secret teachings that the common person would not necessarily be privy to. All right. So they're saying that modern Freemasonry, this is what they're using, because the Moors, if you all out there that know, and you see the Moors over there, they have their hands, they're doing the modern Masonic hand signs, they're affiliated with the modern Masonic thing, but then they say Islam and Hotep, when the purpose of our presentation today is to show that we can take the spookiness off of Freemasonry. You're going to see who created the modern version of it. We're not going to get into the internal things that goes on in their organization, just the origin of this modern organization and the offshoots of our some of our great leaders, were also Masons. They were, right? We're just going to take the spookiness off of it. So I just want to just kind of get into that and to bring a challenge to anybody up there that would like to say that. Let me qualify this too real quick, sa.neter. For those who don't know what Masonry is, Masonry just means to like build, right? So if a person was to build churches or mosques or whatever, that person would be called a Mason. I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say that in today's age, what happened was there was like a Christian church building guild. And what certain people did was they came along and they would take like certain teachings from various places and they would attach it to the work or labor of building cathedrals or churches. And they would use like hand signs and passwords and this and that and whatever. So it became eventually a system of allegory, right? Where there's like signs and symbols, whatnot, or whatever. And then you advance up or whatever. And then, it's supposed to be you're advancing in this journey of knowledge. For those who don't know what Freemasonry is, it's supposed to be you enter into one to 3 degrees, which is called the Blue Lodge, right? And then you go into like 4th through 25, and it's supposed to be like whatever. And then you go to the higher degrees, and you're supposed to be taking your journey to attain light, and more light. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just telling you what the system basically is, right? So I mean, there's more to the story, but but that's not the focus of the presentation. Any more questions? I don't want to be all long. So, is there any questions you have? Because my presentation is literally not long.
Yeah, I'm going to do your show, and I might open up the floor for questions. People might have questions after that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to be super long-winded, but yeah, for Commission or Dr. Inky, shout out to Dr. Inky, who's doing a great job on the show. I don't know who won the debate, or someone wants to talk about the debate. I'll actually hear a little bit about the debate between Jabari and Inky. Yeah, he's doing a great job. But yeah, man, I be seeing you wearing that Mason shirt, brother. Have a dialogue or discussion. Should so quote unquote black people even try to affiliate themselves with modern day Freemasonry? That's a good discussion. Should so-called blacks today even want to affiliate with Masonic organizations due to their stance on quote unquote blacks not being born free? And one of their major ritual editors, Albert Pike, was a what do you call it? The Confederate. He was Confederate and pro-slavery, and said that he gave his oath to work with white men. He said if he is to give his hand in brothership of black men, he will leave the organization. So these are questions that I want to ask for people that might be pro Freemasonry. These are questions to ask. But without any further ado, we don't want to be long-winded. I just want to thank sa.neter for having me up. Shout to the HOK. Any foolish things I've said is due to Judah Naz alone. You know what I'm saying? I take full responsibility for that. Yeah, I'm about to share my screen. So it's just a little short. Stop watching basketball right now, yo.
Go ahead, Judah.
All right, I was going to share my screen real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right, y'all. I know we did a show before, so I know people probably like, all right. Don't be long-winded, Judah. Let me make sure my sound is all right. Bear with me. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't worry, so I won't be all day.
Brother, take your time, man.
Well, you had a long show just a little bit ago. All right, is my mic coming through clear or no?
Oh, yeah, it's crystal clear.
All right, thank you. I just want to check on that. People be saying there's an echo sometimes and stuff, so am I sharing? Share screen. All right, y'all. So this is going to be a short presentation. I just want to get to the meat and potatoes, or to the main point without dragging it out. We're going to share. Oh wait, no. That's not what we're doing. We're doing a slideshow. All right, y'all. Yeah, we don't want to keep you guys here all day. So we're going to get into the origins of modern Freemasonry and its implications with so-called master teachers, prophets, adepts, and initiates. For those of you that are a part of the organization, you might want to, this is not going to necessarily release any private information, or not want to say private, secret information pertaining to the proceedings in the lodge. I'm not going to get into any of that. We're going to get into the origins of modern Freemasonry. If you're in the Prince Hall, if you're in the Moore Science, if you're if you're so-called Black, you can't be in Scottish Rite or York Rite. So, without any further ado, especially to the so-called master teachers and prophets and adepts and initiates, we're especially talking to you. When you come in here talking about some Islam, we're going to see where modern Freemasonry began. What is now called Freemasonry? This study is of utmost importance because many of so-called Black Americans' leaders and influential ones have belonged, whether unknowingly or by choice, to this worldwide organization. You can find throughout the American history, you can find many of our influential writers, authors, business people, education, entertainment, arts. Some of our greatest musicians have been a part of the organization, right? I'm not saying the organization makes necessarily the talent for our ancestors of early America, not early America, of years gone by, but they're responsible for bringing them out. I'll definitely say that, right? They're kind of like a certain law enforcement bureau that says, we won't get into that. I want to give a small little just touch on Freemasonry and Black empowerment movements. Freemasonry has had their hands in hold on, y'all. I'm live. Freemasonry has had their hands in a lot of our, like I said, a lot of our early Black leaders were Freemasons, such as like Marcus Garvey, who was also part of the Anglican Christian Church. Elijah Muhammad, who was a 32nd degree Freemason. People deny it, like Commission Adept, but Timothy Drew Ali, Noble Drew Ali, or Timothy Drew, who was a circus performer and not a prophet, got in touch with certain people who are acquainted with the quote unquote occult sciences and orders, and so you have Moorish Science Temple of America. You also have this an Israelite and Hebrew Israelite people. Israelite early leaders were also involved. If I'm not mistaken, some of the early One West brothers and ancestors from earlier in the days were also connected with the white Jewish movement, who we'll get into that in a second. Now, I'm putting out a rhetorical question, and I'm not saying necessarily this is the case, because Freemasonry, I know, doesn't make necessarily the leaders. They push them out, but they don't necessarily make the leaders. So, but I did write, if Black leaders have to come through this organization, and this is rhetorical, this is not a real question, then are they true leaders and or men of God? Right? For those of you who are familiar with Freemasonry's proceedings and their God, and what they believe and teach, because when I say this, I say this just out of a fact. Freemasonry is a religion. They call it a religion in which all mankind can agree, but it's a religion nevertheless. It's a religion like Catholicism, like Judaism, like Islam. It's a religion with a God, with laws and commandments and an authority that you don't see, right? And this is what I'm asking: since these guys have an authority, how can they come out of it and be so-called leaders or or men of God or prophets and initiates, whatever, but you have to see where this organization, from whence it came. If it can be proven that modern Freemasonry is a Judeo-Christian or a Jewish, Catholic, and Protestant reinvention, then it serves to question such movements like modern Kemetics, Hebrew Israelism, Morris Science, 5%ers. Are they false from the foot, shall I say, or are they false off the muscle, off the chest? No, that's you can ask that question. It's a question that you can build upon. Some would say yeah, some would say nay. I just know that the organization of Freemasonry does not push out its initiates or adherents unless they can do the order some good, or if it's beneficial to the order in any way, shape, form, or fashion, right? So ask yourself this. I'm going to put this up there for those of you that are familiar with the 5% Nation, with Clearance 13X. You'll know that a lot of adherents to the 5% philosophy, they adhere to Freemasonry. They'll go out and get the Albert Pike books and and then it begs the question: do these guys know what they're paying attention to, or what they're studying to, or giving the energy to? We'll see. Again, Freemasonry and Black empowerment movements. I dare when I say false builder or Mason, anyone who knows the lingo I'm talking, right? I dare any false builder or Mason, false adept, or false Kemetic priest to prove that Freemasonry of today derives from ancient Egypt or any other source with any written primary. Show me that because a lot of people, oh man, Freemasonry come from Africa, or it comes from ancient Kemet, or it comes from Morris Science, or blah 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 blah. Bro, show it. I'm going to show a ex-Mason out of his own book, who is going to write down he writes down all the degrees from the 4th to the 33rd. Right? Peer reviewed. Ezra Cook. We'll get into that in a second. With all that said, here's another KO presentation about real knowledge and information. So we're not going to get too deep. We're not going to get too long. I think I saw sa.neter yawn, so we're not going to be too long on this. I want to show you how, remember, so I showed you that Freemasonry is a religion. We're going to get into the proceedings of the lodge just to show you just of what some that ask the question, why are so-called blacks so afraid of it? Or not even just like so-called blacks. I think it's the because people they lack any true definitive understanding of what it is. Some people would say, well, it's an organization. They always sum it up like this. Oh, Freemasonry is an organization based upon, what do they call it? It's an organization on morals veiled in allegory. I think they term it like that. They're saying that it's a system based upon good morals, but is veiled in allegory. Allegory is like a story, that has a particular truth, but the truth is hidden in the story. It's what generally an allegory or story or symbol, if anyone knows what I mean. And this is a very, very powerful tool. Signs and symbols and things like that. These are another language. So Freemasonry is, and I'm not a Freemason. I'm a Mason, but I'm not a Freemason. Because I asked, where did it come from? The idea of modern Freemasonry. That's for anybody who wants smoke. You'll get the question, the answer to that question. But they got this ideal of modern Freemasonry from an earlier people. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah. So my primary source is going to be from author Ezra A. Cook, also known as Ezra Asher, a Jewish man, Jewish American, and an ex-Mason from his book, Scottish Rite Masonry, Illustrated, Volumes 1 and 2. Mr. Cook gives word for word the Freemason discourses, passwords, secret signs, hand signs, passwords, so forth and so on, and always gives an historical lesson on the framing and origins of each degree. You find this in his book, Scottish Rite Masonry, Illustrated, Volumes 1 and 2. He gives an historical lesson on the framing of each and origin of each degree, how and whence they came, what they mean by this, so blah, 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 so forth and so on. I don't want to, for the sake of time, I don't read all of this, so I'm going to start here. He's going to get into how Freemasonry is used in religion to establish a particular family on the throne and get another family off the throne by way of Europe. So you would have this wars. You would hear a lot of Hebrew Israelites talk about King James was a so-called black man from the House of Stewarts. I'm not here to discuss that, but what they're not telling you is King James and these guys were like Catholic Masons, and they were having wars with Protestant Christians who may have been working with Masons or not, but for the most part, when you hear about King James and them, they were like the Stewart family. They were initially Protestant Christians, but one of the King Jameses converted to Catholicism and then began to work with Jesuits, which are the military wing of the Catholic Church, who swear their oath to protect the Pope. That's all another lesson in that, because these Jesuits also are part of Freemasonry. For those who know, right? They frame the upper degrees of Freemasonry. Watch this. I'm just giving you like a backstory. It says, you'll see that we're going to start up top of steps. And the sale of charters to French and English and Irish Masons with the aid from the French monarch raised means to invade England by the way of Scotland, right? So the guy who's writing, Ezra Cook, is saying that the sale of charters, Masonic charters, in France and in England and in Ireland, with the aid of a French king, raised means to invade England by way of Scotland, right? So by way of Scotland, which King James VII, his sons and the grandson, wanted to instill Catholicism. But you see here, but the Protestant throne of William of Orange and Mary stood firm. You'll see that William of Orange came to attack King James VII. Excuse me, and King James VII fled from his throne and then fled into France. It was called the Jesuit College of Claremont. The reason why this is important, why it's called the Jesuit College of Claremont, because this king who fled to them. The Catholics were trying to empower him to back him up, the Catholic Church. But they were Jesuits working with the Catholic, the military wing dedicated to the Pope. They were connected to Freemasonry. Reason why this is important, because you hear these guys talking about Islam and Hotep and more. But wait a minute, your organization started off Jewish and Catholic. This is a fact. Look. But by restoring the second Charles and overthrowing Cromwell's Commonwealth, remember the twin evils, popery, which is Catholicism, and lodgery, which is Freemasonry, put back public morals and popular liberty in England in a full century. Both are unmitigated despotisms, which means the author saying that Catholicism and Freemasonry are one and the same, saying they're despotisms. Like they are basically iron-fisted, don't ask questions, you do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it type organizations. Both set up a false standard of morals and both set aside Christ. Masonry promises to save men by its jugglery, and popery or Catholicism sends men for salvation not to Christ but to a priest. So the person here who's writing is showing the unified, and they're basically one and the same organization, even though they claim to be against each other. They're one and the same. Let's keep it going. King James VII Catholic plotted with Jesuits, the military wing of the Pope, to take the throne of England, which is Protestant Christian, and make it Catholic or Masonic. You can use Catholic and Masonic, or Jewish and Masonic interchangeably. Shout out to Deacon Akah and Assad, who also brought out there's a certain family from Rome that was claims, never mind. They wear the hat, but they're Catholics. The Pope wears the hat too. The Protestant throne of William and Mary resisted revolts of the Jacobites. The Jacobites were like the followers of this King James VII, who was, remember King James of the Bible? Well, this is King James VII, right? His son and his grandson. The people who followed this King James VII and his son and grandson are called the Jacobites. The Stewart family are the King James of the Bible, the ones, you know, who they say the King James is black and, you know, whatever. They were called the Stewart family. The author shows that Freemasonry and the Catholic Church are two integrated institutions while they denounce each other. Does it sound familiar? You get these religions and whatever, they like denounce each other, but secretly they're working together. Well, yeah. Excuse me. Watch this. The question he asks, he says, he's asking rhetorically, he says, but how? How can this be since in 1738, the Pope, Clement the 13th, issued his papal bull against Freemasons, and its authority continues and enforces as it's been endorsed by popes since and enforced by councils and priests. What this is questioning is, since 1738, Pope Clement the 12th issued his bull against Freemasons. So these popes keep saying, oh, you know, Freemasonry is bad, Freemasonry is bad, Freemasonry is bad, while the whole time they're working in it. But you know how this is important? Because you have black leaders who's saying Islam, more, Hotep, this, that, and the other, or whatever. But oh, you know, Freemasonry ain't nothing but I'm a Muslim. You know, Freemasonry nothing but more science. Sir, wait a minute. So wait a minute. The Catholic Church and Judaism, Kabbalah is more science? Christianity? Is that why the More Science Handbook has Jesus in his secret? Or he went to go visit the Hindus and bro, stop it. He didn't even know, he didn't know their language. What are you talking about? Anyway, that's, well, Noble Drew, well, I'm sorry, Timothy Drew, circus clown, or I'm sorry, I don't mean disrespectful, circus worker turned prophet, bro, stop it. What the answer is, the question is not how it can be, but it is true that the higher degrees of Masonry are of popish origin. Popish means what? The Pope. Catholic. The higher degrees of Freemasonry are Catholic. Think about Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad was a 32nd degree Mason. He renounced it and got out of it, but when he began to teach his teachings, there was a little bit of Freemasonry in there by allegory. The Yaqub and the big-headed scientist. The Mecca is the best part when Mecca is a desert. He was speaking allegorically, right? He still, you know, he made a letter, and I don't know if it's Muhammad Speaks, I forgot, 1935. He goes in about on Freemasonry, how it's we leave it alone. It's for the white man or European. Let's keep it going. At the bottom, it says, the world knows that James II, a declared papist or Catholic, fled. Remember, he's called James II, but he also called James VII, right? Fled to France in 1698, where he died 13 years afterwards. Lenning says, after his flight to France and during his residence at the Jesuit College of Claremont, his adherents, among whom were Jesuits, fabricated certain. Wait a minute. So this King James, the one who fled to France, who tried to make England Catholic and got repelled by the Protestants, fled to France. It was kicking it with the Jesuits, the military wing of the Pope, who fabricated certain degrees in the higher Masonry, in Freemasonry. Watch this. The Catholic Church denounces Freemasonry while they help with the higher degrees. Gina, why is this important? More. No more lies. You're a Catholic, my dude. You're a Christian. Take off that fez and praise white Jesus. You right, baby Jesus. You a Catholic, sir. All y'all out there, talking about you're a Moor and you're in this. You're nothing but a Catholic. Big baby Jesus. King James VII, the Catholic, renounced his throne, went to Paris at the Jesuit Claremont College with the Pope's military wing after losing to Protestant English, essentially William of Orange. The Jesuit Claremont College of France most likely refers to the college from Claremont in Paris, founded by Jesuits in 1563, the military wing of the Pope, which later renamed Lycée Louis le Grand after King Louis the 14th. The college was a prestigious institution and a key part of the French educational system history, educating prominent figures like Voltaire, before it was eventually taken over by the state after the Jesuits were expelled from France in 1762. So this Jesuit college and all this is some serious stuff, heavy stuff. Watch this. We're just showing you that the higher degrees of Freemasonry were created by the Catholic Church. Excuse me. I'm down here with the purple. It says another standard Masonic author, McCoy, of the Scottish Rite, says the degrees of this rite or ritual are, for the most part, fabricated from the system invented by Ramsay. This Ramsay, a brilliant young Scotsman, apostatized to popery. He was 25 years old, blah, so on and so on. So these guys are making up degrees and stuff, but these guys are Catholics. But it gets better. Same book, different authors. Thus, it is proved that the first higher degrees of Masonry were invented by French Jesuits. French Jesuits, y'all, the French wing of the Catholic Church. And their instruments, which means agents. And thus, it explained how it came to be that popery or Catholicism can at once prohibit and permit the lodge, as with Jesuits. Right? In other words, what it's saying is this is how the Catholic Church can say no Freemasonry, while they say yes to Freemasonry at the same time. Right? It's kind of like these religions. They say no to each other, but they work with each other. Let's keep it going. This is the military wing of the Catholic Church. This is just some of them. There's like millions of Jesuits. They have a masonry within masonry. I'm sorry if this is boring to y'all, but y'all learning stuff no one ever talks about. The Jesuits have a Freemasonry within masonry in the higher degrees. We're almost done, y'all. There's a Ramsay, Chevalier Ramsay is a Masonic author, a very famous Masonic author. He says that this origins of Masonry was known to be false, made no difference. Degrees, chapters, and rituals sprung up by thousands and spread like pestilence until the swindle was likely to fail by its cheapness and the religious imposture by its insipidity. In other words, we're saying these rituals begin to spring up by the thousands until people were like, all right, bro, this is getting too much. Right? You can see down here, what did it say? It says, then the struggle began to condense, stratify, and monopolize. Right? The struggle to like make these rituals and control them. Right? Ramsay made a ritual of 6 degrees. Right? Wait. Not ancient Egypt, you guys. People making this stuff up. Ramsay made a ritual of 6 degrees. Each adventurer strove to overtop, charter, tax, and govern all others. In 1758, this struggle produced at Paris a council of emperors of the East and West. Which y'all may now know what all these things are. This council of emperors of the East and West, these nothing but like an order that a man set up, like a office within Freemasonry for whatever, right? It's adepts. Remember this word, adepts, right? Like commission adept. This adepts style themselves sovereign prince masons, substitutes general of the royal art, right? And it says it's at the bottom. Its rite or ritual consisted of 25 degrees. So it was only 25 degrees at one point. So for those who don't know, just make it short. There was only 1 degree at first when it was only building church guilds. Before it was called Freemason. Well, it was called Freemasonry, but the organization you know today wasn't established yet until 1717. So in the 1500s, they used to have church building guilds. It was like 1 degree. Then later on, they began to add 2 and 3, which would be like what is it? Fellow craft and master mason, right? 2nd and 3rd degree. They added those on. Then later on, they added on 4 to 25, right? We're at this point. Later on, they added on 26th degree to 32nd degree. And then later on, they added on a 32nd degree, which they call the military right ritual or order to oversee all the other degrees. And the Grand Inspector General, which is coincidentally set up by a Jewish guy, right? Which went to a guy that started the KKK, but that's another story. I'm almost done, y'all. And you can see here more science guys with the shield, the compass, shield and compass, but they have the England maritime boat. Of course, they'll make up a lie and say it's to do with the Moors in Spain. We know this is a lie. They're over here throwing up. He has the boat, and that's all. I think that looked like sa.neter right there. I'm not sure. I thought that was sa.neter, but they have the English boat maritime law, which we're under, right? Which these guys are, but we're not going to attack the Moors. We're just saying that these guys are not teaching Islam; they're teaching Catholicism. We're almost done here. You can see here that of the Grand Inspector thing, which is the 33rd degree. It was created by a Jewish guy named Stephen Morin from, and he brought along 13 other Jewish guys. And so you can see here Catholics and Jewish guys working together to create Freemasonry. You can even see here Donald Trump. This is the guy, the Jewish guys who started the Inspector General office. You can see he was later taken on by Albert Pike, who was the Confederate soldier, war general, and also helped start the KKK. What is the KKK, Catholic Church, and Judaism? No, whatever. Yeah. So this is essentially what Freemasonry is: a Christian, Catholic, Jewish, and Protestant organization. Gnostic, Christian, Gnostic, Jewish. This is just essentially what it is. Anyone talking about no Hotep and no Kemet in here, bro? There ain't no Moors, nothing. This is from the ancient Free Moorish Rite online. These guys are talking about they not Masons, bro. You're looking right at it, right? You clearly see these guys from Islam are in a Jewish and Catholic and Protestant church synagogue organization. Islam, yeah, Islam, yeah, yeah. 33rd, yeah, Master Mason, yeah. This guy says Freemasonry is a Jewish establishment whose history, grades, official appointments, passwords, and explanations are Jewish from beginning to end. This is Isaac Mayer Wise. Right? You can see them saying Freemasonry is born out of Israel. It is evident there were only Jews and Kabbalistic Jews from the Kabbalah. This is where Freemasonry is based upon the Kabbalah. When you've seen Commission Adept talking about Kabbalah comes from Kemet, that's a lie, sir. That is a grizzly bear face lie. Okay, and you do not want to get in the ring and debate that. Freemason Dr. Randolph Klein, 1928, says, our rite or ritual is Jewish from beginning to end. The public should conclude from this that we have actual connections with Jewry. Okay, someone said the most important duty of Freemasonry must be to glorify the Jews, which is preserve the unchanged divine standards of wisdom, so forth and so on, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. We're almost done on. So just winding down, you can clearly see here Noble Drew Ali, Timothy Drew. Here, you've seen Commission Adept with his grizzly bear face lie. I am a Muslim, sir. No, you're not a Muslim, sir. You are a Catholic. Okay, you are a Jewish Catholic. Okay, that's what you are, sir. You are no more. He's over here doing the Masonic foot, the square in the foot joint. You can see the hand over the heart, and he got the fez on. So come on, these guys got to cut it out, bro. More Islam, bro. Stop. Yeah, so you can see here, I'm about to conclude. This is it right here. I'm just going to do a little short one. You can see here that we have many prominent so-called black leaders and influential ones in Freemasonry. But their credo is that black Americans can't join the Scottish Rite because we were not born free. We were descendants of slaves. So with that, I wanted to conclude. King Seth, Inky, Commission, Jabari. Remember, some of these guys were hidden. There's a certain, I'm not gonna say his name, but somebody be hiding some of these guys, like King Seth, who be claiming this mess. But so I'm gonna conclude right there with my my presentation. Let me stop sharing. Give me a second. Wait, how do I stop sharing? Wait, stop screen. All right, yeah. So I just wanted to give a just to wind it down. So we took the spookiness off of it. Freemasonry is essentially a Jewish Christian organization at its root, and there's nothing. I mean, if Judaism and Christianity are spooky to you, then that's what it is. But any questions, sir?
All right. We are at the Q&A, and first man, second man in the building is Apostle. Apostle, do you have any questions pertaining to the topic? Let's deal with the topic.
Shalom. To the
Shalom.
panel
Shalom.
and to the chat room. Peace. Great information, man. Appreciate that you're able to show this in the light, the true light of which it needs to be shared. You ever heard of Prince Hall?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think was the first major black member of the Masonic order. Yeah.
Yeah. So he took his father was a European, but what they did was they went to England and got a charter from the Grandmother Lodge of England to be recognized, or for so-called blacks to establish their own lodge in America.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The thing is, are you aware that most young black, especially Baptists, Methodists, Christians that get involved in the Masonic order, for the most part, they don't know nothing. They know about the handshakes. They know about the signs and the symbols, the way to hold your feet, the signals you can give. They know that stuff. But they really don't know the depth of the ritual, the satanic, hellish stuff that involves in that. What they call a journeyman or a traveler. I probably know more than what I should, but I dated a girl whose father was a judge years ago, and she shared some things with me. She didn't care much for her father. I know that much. His strict rules and stuff, man, but she was able to share things with me, man, that my older brother, he passed when he was 69. He got involved in church, and I knew it was some other reason that had him there, but it wasn't until he told me that he was getting involved with the Masonic. And I thank God I was able to talk him out of it. That's one thing I was able to do, was warn my older brother, one of my older brothers, about that particular group because of that one female, you know. So appreciate you doing this, showing that information. I ain't got much to say about Adept, but every time I see him coming on, I'm waiting on him to tell the truth. That's all. I'm waiting on him to share how detrimental that organization is in our community. And that's for real. I'm done.
All right. I see people jumping up in here. They want to ask some questions. Let's go with Ashe. Ashe, what up, brother? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Do you have any questions? What's up, brother?
I wanted to ask the brother Judah Nas, because he definitely made a couple mentions to it didn't have no origin in Kemet or anything like that. But then towards the end of his discussion, he pointed out the stance that the brother Timothy Noble Drew Ali was in, how he had that foot forward. Now that's a model that we can see throughout that land, from Kemet all the way to what I would consider that Semitic region of the Ugarit. When you see even Baal, or what they like to call El, he's taking on the same stance with the foot out front. You go see the Nasubides throughout the Kemetic kingdom sitting with that foot out front. My last point, I do want to ask the brother, why didn't he mention or hint to any of the actual rituals themselves, such as the Hiram Abith ritual, which when you get to the 33 degree is the resurrection ritual, And this is a ritual that you do see hinted directly from the ancient cultures, like Babylon, dealing with an Inanna, like a Tammuz, who was another resurrection story, or even the Asar, which is another resurrection story. How this is a culture that these Europeans are stealing and then perverting, but it comes from our more antiquated cultures. So when you kind of like demonize it in that way, in its perverted way, that's like a brother coming at you, asking you, why are you an Israelite, claiming Israel, when everything's going on over there in Gaza? You can't take what somebody's doing on a modernized perversion and then demonize and act as if they're not taking that from a more ancient culture and twisting it. That's the same thing that the Jews are doing with y'all script. I'll land right there, sir.
All right, beautiful. You want to respond, Judah? Yes, go ahead.
I just want to respond real quick. You know what? The brother brought out a very, very good point. And I agree with you, brother. I did say that they earlier in the presentation that they take from a bunch of different stuff they take from a bunch of different civilizations to create their organization, right? I kind of stated that earlier. I do want to back you up too that you are right. The Hiram Abiff is actually Osiris, right? I don't know if anyone knew that. So they do take. But remember, though, you have to go into a mystery system thing or whatever. Now, if you say they based off the greater mysteries of Isis and Osiris, okay, I'll be like, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you on that because the Hiram Abiff story is loosely based off Jesus and loosely based off of Osiris. So I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
No doubt.
All right, hold on now, Judah. You're going to have to back this thing up now. You said the Hiram Abiff is actually a star?
Yeah. He's like loosely based, not fully, but because they do a lot of allegory. So he's like, so they're like one of them. They say that the actual word in Masonry is Christ, but then others say that it's in another ritual. They say that well, not in a ritual, but they say that I forgot his name. Levi Eliphaz, they say, is Osiris, who is Hiram.
All right, I'm not going to bring on my champ yet because he just got in. Let me get these brothers here that been here. I got you. I see you. See, Judah, you call his name out. He hear you. But one thing I want to say, Brother Commission and Judah, this was an excellent presentation you did. Let's keep it respectful with both brothers. Let's just bang on the information, y'all. No calling each other no names. Don't calling each other out their name. Let's keep it respectful for once. Can we do that as men? As men, y'all. Let's do that. Okay, let me go on over to Brother Darrell. What's up, man? Brother Darrell, what up? Oh, you can't hear me, brother.
He's muted too.
Yeah, he's muted. Okay, I'm calling you, bro. Go on once. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Hey,
what's going on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's on you, brother. You got a question?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, yes. We hear you, bro. Go ahead.
I got a question for Judah. So, my man, can you tell me who is the father of pure Masonic thought?
Of Masonic thought or like Freemasonry?
Who is the father of pure Masonic thought, and what did they call him? What was his title?
Who's the father of free? Like, so I'm trying to qualify, like Freemasonry or Masonic.
I asked you a question. Who is the father of the pure Masonic thought?
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. That's what I'm trying to get some clarification.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you know that the father of pure Masonic thought was a Moor.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
And his name is Angelo Solomon. He was called the Royal Moor, the Noble Moor. He's a Moor. So why are you banging on the Moorish Science Temple? Because you don't know the history of Freemasonry and your history and who you are. That's all I got.
I just gave a history of Freemasonry.
You didn't give a detailed history.
So did anyone not see that the Freemasonry was started by Catholics and Jewish people?
But who actually? Well, tell me who built the cathedrals?
Christians.
No.
Christians didn't build cathedrals?
No.
Okay.
The Knight Templars did.
They're not Catholics, Christians?
Sir, the Knight Templars built the cathedrals.
I understand that. What religion are they? Right. They're the Jesuits.
And their grand masters were of Moorish descent.
Sir, just real quick. For those who are confused, the Jesuits or the Knights Templars are what you would say the Jesuits would be modeled after today.
That's not true. That's not accurate.
Sir, wait a minute.
I know I don't want to get into it. I'm not a Mason, but I know it. But you don't know what you're talking about.
Sir, Saint Ignatius Loyola created the order, but the predecessor would be the Knights Templar to the Jesuits.
Sir, okay. The Knights Templars, they supervised the building of the cathedrals in Europe. When the Pope had them assassinated because they were working with the Moors in Andalus, he killed and assassinated a third of the Knights Templar and the Grand Master, who was of Moorish descent. And they go back to somebody in the Bible. See, if you knew this, you wouldn't get up here and say what you said, because you don't know the true history of some of the stuff, real history and the Bible history.
So for those who might be confused, he's talking about Jacques de Molay, which is the 30th.
Right, and he was of Moorish descent.
Yeah, French.
No, sir. They were associated with a family in Italy, the Pagnini family. They were Moors.
Italian Moors.
No, they were Moors.
When you say Moor, sir, what do you mean?
They look like me and you. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, so everybody that has brown skin is a Moor?
Listen, I got this out of a book that a white man wrote, and he lives in Arizona. And actually, he is a Grand Master of the Knight Templars in Arizona. He wrote the book, and he got niggas in the book. So why you get mad at me? See, because you do not read.
All right, I'm going to unmute. You're going to.
Nah, ain't nobody mad at you, brother. Nobody mad. You just questioning.
Yeah, but it's questions like ignorance, because he do not read. That's what I'm saying. If he was up on his reading, he would have knowledge, understanding what's going on. Right, he would get up and just spot out these inaccuracies.
There's nobody
about Freemasonry, and he don't know anything.
Okay. All right, let me move on. Davion, you got the floor, brother.
Hey, shalom, shalom to the
hey, shalom, please, brother.
Shalom, Judah. But yeah, it was a great presentation. Even Torah Knights bring out, you know what I'm saying, stuff all the time. Judah did plenty videos on it. But as far as like when Judah was asking the brother, like, yo, like, you mean like masonry or like Freemasonry? Because masonry is just like building. Like the Israelites were builders. You know, I ain't trying to get too much away, because I know Judah trying to get a debate. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? And I see Commission on the panel too. So hopefully they set something up. But like with Freemasonry, you know what I'm saying? It was like they said, it was taken from other cultures and putting it together and making up like their own. They're making up their own like right system. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like modern Freemasonry, which is Scottish Rite, right? Even if you want to go into Prince Hall, like Prince Hall, he was a white man, bro. His father was an Englishman from Britain. So I mean, it's still the same thing. Go back to white people, modern Freemasonry, Scottish Rite Freemasonry. That's what it is. That's why it's separate and they're not recognized as the same. You know what I'm saying? But
Davion, what's that other book you got right there? I see it.
This one?
Yeah. Hold that up. What's that? I see you into that.
This is called the Hiram Key.
Oh, okay.
Right, but what they was talking about was like, you know what I'm saying? Hiram Abiff. Like, I ain't trying to get too much away, but you know what I'm saying? But
give it away.
I mean, it's like like going into like the 33rd. There's like a ritual they do and the master calls himself Hiram Abiff, right? And the picture that they use is 2 columns, and then Hiram Abiff is in the middle, which is is based off. Even Albert Pike said it too. He was like the reviser of the high degrees of Freemasonry, but he was like, yo, it's heavily based off Kabbalah and Hermeticism. Hermeticism, they were mixing Greek and Roman and Egyptian gods and coming up with their own, you know what I'm saying, like their own like mythology and methodology, pretty much, of how they would conduct their rites and their rituals and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is how I think Judah got this book too. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you know what I'm saying, we can see a debate.
All right, that's real. All right. Maroon Nation, what up, man? Maroon Nation.
Peace,
brother.
What I was listening to him, there was a lot of things I didn't disagree with, but I think when he's saying that Freemasonry is a Catholic or Christian Israelite system, is not. It's a British Israelite system, and they're building the Luciferian system, which is making the female a god. That's why you hear a lot. That's why you hear a lot of times you hear people saying that, oh, you know, women is God. If you look at the Freemasonic symbol itself, is actually a yoni symbol, you know. So I mean, any of this stuff that I'm saying, you can look up, and the York Rite and the Scottish Rite is actually King James's mother and aunt, which is Queen Elizabeth I, and Mary I of Scots. That's why you have Scottish Rite from Mary of Scots, and you have the York Rite, which is Queen Elizabeth. So this is their code, basically turned, you know, because you know Queen Elizabeth is the one who became the Empress of Britain. She's the head. So just like how you get Jesus from Julius Caesar and Augustus, you know, who was the emperor and the son at that time. You can look this up as when they both became gods, and they'll tell you after their death, they both became the gods. And so this is how you get Julius Caesar and Augustus as you know, God and the son. But back to Queen Elizabeth, and like I said, if you take the time and you look into Queen Elizabeth and Mary I of Scots, you'll see the oldest lodge is Mary I Lodge. So that's dedicated to Mary I of Scots. And this is why when you had Queen Elizabeth, who just passed away, she took a ride, and her ride was from Scotland up to York, because she was coming out of the House of Scots.
All right, thank you, brother. You from New York, brother?
Yes.
Oh, what borough? Where at?
The Bronx.
Okay, I'm in Harlem, brother.
Oh, that I ran across you before. We played chess before.
Oh, I beat you?
Nah, stop that.
You beat me?
Yeah. It was
hold up, man. You beat me.
Yes. You probably don't even know my ratings. I ain't got to lie about this.
What's
You could use right there. This matter of fact, I came out there with a camera. I had a camera and a
What's your rating?
Tripod. My rating, while I'm anywhere between the 1800 and 2000.
Yeah, you beat me. You beat me. I'm in the 18. I'm in the 18. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't say I beat you. I won. I didn't beat you. It wasn't like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
My rating is up to 18. So yeah, you good. You nice.
Yeah, you go on live.
I think I do remember you vaguely. I think I do. Yeah.
It was a while ago. This was like this was actually before the pandemic. So
yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, brother.
No doubt.
Yeah. Hey, are you subscribed? Do you have a are you on the chess.com?
No, I'm on chess.com, but I usually play on Lead Chess.
Okay. All right. I gotta get that one. I got chess.com.
Yeah. And I be on I used to be downtown on like West 4th, but I ain't been out there in a while. I've been working, so I had the time.
Yo, they got this white girl on West 4th. And
Yeah. With her son. With her son.
Yes, she's
going.
I wanted to go down there just to see her and
Ukrainian. She's either Ukrainian or Russian.
Man. She put and she talk her shit.
Yeah. She good.
Yeah. I want to go down there just to see her. Judah?
Same white girl that played that young boy.
Huh?
Young kid, and lost. She lost like 3 in a row to that young black kid.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
This is on West 4th Street in Manhattan.
I know they in the park. I know that they're inside of a park. They're playing.
Yeah.
And she heard about this young guy. He was about 12, maybe 11, 12 black.
One of them young kids, man.
Yeah. He beat her 3 times in a row. She couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do.
It's bad.
That's how I'm gonna do. I get him. So let me go on over to White Man. You next? Wise Man. I mean, my bad. Wise Man. And then I got Commission right after that. Let's go, Wise Man.
Hey, what's up, son? So real quick, I wanted to clear up a couple of things that the brother said in regards to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. He wasn't a 32nd degree Mason, but he was a Mason before encountering Allah in the person of Master Fard Muhammad in September 1931. So that is true, but he wasn't a 32nd degree Mason. So I just wanted to correct that, bro. It wasn't like, and there is no Masonic teachings integrated with the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, it is.
He was just a free.
He was
just a Mason.
Okay.
He never said what degree he was. He never said what degree he was.
What about
Minister Farrakhan is not a Mason.
Huh?
Minister Farrakhan is not a Mason.
He had on the uniform.
Minister Farrakhan is not a Mason.
Right, but he had on the
what you saw. No, listen, bro. Listen, that was because when he was in college, he had pledged Omega Psi Phi, or one of the sororities. So when they gave him that, yeah, that's what that was. It was an honorary thing, but he got out of pledging because he gave the story he was blackballed or something like that when he was pledging, because he had knowledge of some of the pledges, or I mean some of the guys that were in the fraternity sleeping with whatchamacallit. This is when he was in North Carolina. So that's not Minister Farrakhan is not a Mason. So I just want to clear that up, because a lot of people, so now in our teachings, in the teachings of the Nation of Islam, in our lessons, and some of the Moorish brothers probably know this, and I know the 5%ers know this, but we are told that the devil is allowed to clean himself up by studying for 30 to 35 years. Then he can be called a Muslim son, and he can wear the holy flag of Islam, but he must put a sword above it, right? To show him that if he reveals the teachings or the secrets, his head will be cut off. So that is in our lessons, but we are not Masons.
So that's what sword, that's what the sword represents. When we see the sword, if any Mason get caught revealing the secret, their head get cut off.
That's correct. That's what that means. And if you notice, they're called the nobles of the mystic shrine. And for what we are told is that shrine, it goes back to when the brother was talking about the Knights Templar. It goes back, excuse me, because I'm driving. So if I'm not looking at the screen, I ain't pressed.
Yeah, I see.
It's the nobles of the mystic shrine. So from what I understand,
keep your eyes on the road.
Pull over.
Yes, sir.
Pull over while you
good. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Papa. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. So, but the nobles of the mystic shrine is supposedly, from what I understand, right? Now, this ain't in our teachings, but from what I read is Pope Urban, when he found out about the body of Jesus, they went to Jerusalem to recover that body, and that's where you get your Knights Templar and so on and so forth. It's all around the body of Jesus that was buried over there in Jerusalem. So from what I understand, but that's not in the teachings of the Nation of Islam. But I just wanted to, hit on that. Messenger wasn't a Mason after he encountered Master Fard Muhammad. He wasn't a Mason after that. And Minister Farrakhan is not a Mason.
All right, thank you. Commission, let me get this brother first, because I knew you're going to be probably a minute. What's happening, my man? You got a question or statement? GOK.
Oh, yeah. I have a question. I had a question for Judah.
Go ahead.
I just want to know, was he initiated, passed, and raised?
Me?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't join I can't join anyways, but I wouldn't join a false system. No.
Okay, so you don't know it like on that level. So no, I was just saying that the presentation was like decent as far as like from a European aspect. The presentation was good, but if you're gonna debate with Freemasonry having its origins in Egypt, you're gonna lose. And you already said that Osiris was Hiram Abiff, so you pretty much like lost. So I wouldn't debate that topic.
All right, you done, brother?
Yeah.
All right, commission, champ.
Let's
go.
It's on you, brother. It's on you, champ.
Wait, let me respond real quick.
Okay, respond, Judah. Respond.
Just real quick. So, just because the Hiram Abiff is loosely based off Osiris and Jesus and the Jesuits and where right, he's a whole bunch of things, right? Doesn't mean that I would lose the debate because, for one, you have to source up from ancient Kemet's writings. You can't, right? So remember, Freemasonry tends to make up a lot of stuff. Like as I showed that they were just inventing rituals just off the hairline, just making up stuff. So yeah, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, Commission.
Okay, so commission, remember y'all, this is just question and answer between two brothers, man. So ain't no craziness going on. This is a good video. Judah got up, and let's respect the platform.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you a question, sir.
Yes.
Come forward. Have you ever known me to come on here and cut somebody out?
No, sir. No, sir. No.
That ain't even part of my character.
Not even, yeah, right. You're right. You're right.
Yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
brother. Good, brother. You're right.
Now I want to start with a question though.
Go ahead.
Brother Judah, because I done did a presentation on this dealing with Noble Drew Ali.
Yeah, Judah said that. He said he did something.
Well, you know the one dealing with Professor Drew, the Egyptian adept, that debunked everything. You was here for it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, that been a few weeks ago. I'm gonna ask Judah this question. I put all my proof out here in that video. Can you show us what Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a Mason, brother? I ain't talking about what nobody said. I'm talking about Masonic role. And that brother that asked you a question, when he asked you, was you past, raised, and exalted, he was a Mason, even though he didn't say it. I know he was because of the questions he asked you. The reason he asked you that, because he feel like you really ain't got no business speaking on that if you ain't been through it. And you answer the question honestly, no, I ain't that. And that's why he didn't chop into you. You know, you didn't even have to tell me he a Mason, and I'm not a Mason, but I done been around many to know that's why he asked you that question. And I
allow him to
go ahead. Answer the question, brother. Can you show me proof right now where you have Noble Drew Ali?
I keep showing Timothy Drew throwing up Masonic hand signs.
Brother Judah.
No, just allow him, let him finish.
I'm gonna let him finish.
Yeah, these guys can't stop lying, bro.
Hold on, bro.
I don't have him wearing a shirt that says I don't have a shirt of Timothy Drew saying I'm a Freemason. But I do have him throwing up Masonic hand signs.
Judah, I'm not talking about a
shirt. All right, hold on, right quick, right away. Hold on. Commission, allow him to answer the question. Hold on, Commission. Okay. And even if he's wrong, just allow him to say it. Write down what you want to respond, and then you can respond uninterrupted. Just allow him to answer. Go ahead, Judah.
Thank you, sir. We have him throwing up the hand signs over the hidden hand. We see him give. I think it's called the Son of Relief. I think I'm not mistaken. We see him with the Masonic sash, all that. Now, sir, no, I cannot find a shirt that says with Timothy Drew wearing a shirt that says I am a Freemason, right? But you showed, and you also bear witness to yourself when you have him up under Suleiman Muhammad, who you claim was an Egyptian adept when Egypt is a Coptic Christian country. So where is Timothy Drew getting his knowledge from or his information from?
All right, you done, Judah? All right, he's done, Commission. Unmute yourself, Commission.
well, since he's talking, does anybody? Let me respond back to the guy that says, "Are you raised?" and whatever. First off, to answer that, the guy, see, Freemasons, they know you got caught, sir. Right? You got caught with your foot, with your whole leg in the Kool-Aid. Freemasonry started, your system started in 1717 at the Appleby Tavern in England. Right? So I don't need to go through a system because I didn't tell y'all where they got the art of quote unquote spiritual building from. I left that part out. So I don't need to join a system that's stolen. Like when you go into Freemasonry, it's based upon Kabbalah. They have Christian elements in there, Jewish elements in there, some quasi-Islamic elements in there, Zoroastrianism in there, Shinto from Japan in there, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what you're getting. So all this, like, right? But where did they get the art from? They got it from the Israelites. That's what I was trying to get at. They got it from the Israelites, from the Torah. We gave birth to all of them. The Knights Templars and all of them, the Muslims, they were doing what? Studying what? Our scrolls. Right? That's the whole point of this. I'm saying modern Freemasonry, what you see, they get their idea of this allegorizing the spirit, buildings, whatever, but they get that from the Israelites, is what I'm saying. That's my whole point of all of this.
All right, you ready, Commission? All right, let's go. It's on you.
Okay. And this is the problem I have with Judah. I asked him a question. I asked him, and I wasn't trying to cut him off or be disruptive. The brother has a problem with comprehending something. I asked him, I say, brother, can you show me right now where Prophet Noble Drew Ali proof on any Masonic roll? He talking about pictures where he done put together. I got him standing up doing this sign, and even that is incorrect. Even that is incorrect. The symbol you have is with somebody having their hand in their guard. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has his hand outside that guard. That's an Islamic pose. That pose go all the way back to Kemet, and I proved it. I proved it in my presentation. And then he keep calling me a Mason, and I ain't never been initiated into no Masonic order. This is ignorance. If I was a Mason, I'll be the first to tell you that. You see? So then he talking about he want to debate me about Masonic degrees. What I look like debating you about something that I ain't a part of? That's ignorance. Debate a Masonic brother on that. You understand? Because I'm not finna get up here and debate you about something that I ain't been a part of. I don't know nothing about no Masonic order. But I know what it means to be an Egyptian adept, though. And you don't have no knowledge of that. So the same way that brother was questioning you in regards to dealing with the concept of whether or not you was a part of being passed, raised, and exalted, have you ever been in the adept chamber to say that the adept chamber is Masonic? No, you ain't been in it. And you don't know now. If I ask you what was the seventh adept degree, can you answer that question? No, you don't know what that means. So, brother, you looking crazy up here. And I ain't even mad. I pity you, brother. You don't even know. Me and this dude don't even know this. We don't know each other, y'all. He been chasing me, trying to have a straw man debate for years, though. This is how I met him, coming up with these type of claims. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, I ain't upset with him. I ain't mad with him. The only thing I'm saying is, if you want to debate on something, let's debate on something that has to do with substance. But don't come up here trying to debate me on no masonry. Now, let me show you something real quick, because I show sources. And in the rules here, if you have to show sources and you don't show none, bro, you got to shut up. I respect the fact that this your show. But I'm talking about you got to shut up about them claims that you making, because you can't prove. You talking about Noble Drew Ali on a t-shirt. Who asked you about putting Noble Drew Ali on a t-shirt, brother? I say, can you prove to me that Noble Drew Ali was a Mason? I ain't talking about showing me no books with nobody doing no signs and no symbols. Show me the Masonic rolls with Prophet Noble Drew Ali name on them, because you're going to lose the debate if you can't do that. So do me a favor and let me share my screen briefly.
He's trying to take over the show. One.
Let me share the screen briefly,
wait,
real.
Let me answer for one.
Hold on, Commission.
No.
I want him to respond first before I look, because that's the long minute. This, this is his show, so I want him to respond, and then I'm gonna come right back to you and let you share your screen. Go ahead, Judah.
Thank you. He keeps asking, show Timothy Drew being a Mason. So-called blacks cannot join the white man's Masonic lodge, so you're not going to see him up in there. So this is a stupid question. We got to stop this foolishness. That's why they have quasi black, so-called black Masonic circles like the Moors of today, or so-called Moor Science Temple of today. This guy, all he's doing is complaining and crying. Sir, you're making claims. You said, I asked you a question. I said, where did Suleiman Muhammad get his 92nd degree Freemasonry from? Your homeboy's teacher, Timothy Drew's teacher. Or if you try to say that Suleiman Muhammad, the 92nd degree Egyptian adept, wasn't his teacher, then where did Timothy Drew get his teachings from? You're going to say Allah? You're going to say Allah came. Show me in the 7th Sacred Quran where Allah came, where Timothy Drew said, Allah spoke to me and told me to say. So stop making up. No more lies. MOOR. No more lies. Real quick, hold on. Where is the Kemetic mystery system that you're an adept from? No white man created that. Whatever your ancestors are, they created that. You're an adept from that. Where can we find this adeptship from, sir?
All right.
Sir, can I speak without him cutting in again?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Now check this out. He's talking about Suleiman being a 96 degree Mason. Didn't we establish in my video, Professor Drew, the Egyptian adept master, that Suleiman wasn't even nowhere around when Prophet Noble Drew Ali was teaching? Didn't I prove that?
Yep, that's documentation.
Didn't I prove that with documentation?
I think that might be the debate right there.
Yeah, but I done already killed the debate. That's what we were supposed to be. That's why I did the presentation.
Israel.
Now
Yahweh versus Noble Drew Ali. Which teachers are better for the people?
Let me share the screen, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
You will. And I'm gonna be really brief and surgical with this.
Yes, brief, please.
This was one of the main things right here. We said that Noble Drew Ali told the people, I have come to take the cover off of all secret societies. 1921. You see, this statement was made. This is coming from my chairman's book. My master teacher, the last adept that was taught by those who was made adepts by Noble Drew Ali directly. Get this book if y'all ain't got it, people. This is what he said, and I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna just pull some excerpts out. He said, the real foundation of Western Freemasonry rests upon the awful murder. This murder is a pogrom of the God-man of the Nile, African kings, indigenous African nationals. This capital crime included the subjugation of Africa through the dousing of the light in Egypt and the obscurity of the true Garden of Eden. This homicide is disguised in the constitution of Freemasonry's killing of Hiram Abiff, the widow's son. They don't tell you that Hiram Abiff is the African God man in Western Freemasonry, but the chairman is trying to get you to see so. He said, because Noble Drew Ali became an Egyptian adept master, he is often mistaken to be a Freemason or High Order of Shriners, ETC. However, this chapter would clearly reveal no true God man can be a Muslim who submits his or her will to the great God Allah while simultaneously giving his will via oaths to the worshipfulness of a man. This is what the chairman said, right? He said, the beginning of Western Freemasonry, there was a vast difference between Western Freemasonry and African self-mastery. So you're a liar when you say that you heard me say that Freemasonry is the offspring of Kemet. We teach about self-mastery. That's what adept teachings deal with. That ain't to put no slight on Masonry, though. Whatever they teach it, whatever they teach. But we deal with African self-mastery, whose educations was centered in Kemet, Egypt. European orders of Freemasonry are built upon the letter of universal laws stolen from Africa's grand temples. Everything from tools, signs, symbols, and most manifest seen by the corner eyes were pillaged northward into Europe. At a cost, Western Freemasonry should never be construed as something beneficial to the children of Africa. All lodges of European Freemasonry are built upon sciences, tools, signs, and symbols, and laws and rituals from the temples, universities, lodges, pyramids of North, East, Northwest Africa. So if you want to know what the position is that we have in my body, there it is right there. And it don't support nothing you talking about us being Masons. You know, and furthermore, I got videos from 2 years ago, 4 years ago. I ain't playing none of them. I'm going to just mention the name of them. Go to my channel. Grand Hereford, Ancient Egyptian Order of the Alphabet, 2 years ago. Adepts, for himself, 2 years ago. Go to my channel, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, founder, co-founder of the Canaanite Temple. Go look at the illustrious history of Dr. Akhenaten and Pert M.
I see you, Apostle. Put your hand down. You next.
And last but not least, go look at also Noble Drew Ali from 5 years ago, Egyptian Adept versus Noble NBC Egyptian Shriner. And you will see that all of that is enough that's going to debunk you. And that stuff you put up there about the Moorish Rite brothers in the Free Masonic Order, I know Brother Akhet now. And they totally different. My chairman knew the guy that helped them found that organization, because both of them came up in the Moorish Science Temple of America. That brother was a 96 Rite Mason. The chairman was not a Mason. But because they knew each other, don't make the chairman no Mason.
All right. Thank you, brother. All right.
So, hold on. Let me land my plane with all due respect, because I'm actually done. I ain't trying to take over this stuff, but I got to make this plain, brother. Because that's the problem. I'm saying this stuff. And I done did a whole show on this. And he coming up in here and he ain't showing no proof. And that's why I got to make it plain. Can you see my screen still sharing so I can close out with this last little portion? I just want to make sure the people see it.
Hey, Commission, you know you my brother, but I can't do that. This is Judah's show, man. I can't do that.
You can't do what?
I can't. I gotta bring him back on to answer that. He's saying no. He's saying no. Ask him. Ask Judah.
Oh, he's saying that?
Yeah,
well, I don't want to have no discussion with him then.
You threw me off the panel last time I was on.
I don't want to have a discussion with him at all.
So you're running.
No, I ain't running. I'm saying you ain't even let me finish.
So you threw me off the panel last time. You told somebody to throw me off the panel. Now you want to take over my show. Now you want to take over my show after.
No, he said you threw him off the show. Commission the last time.
I let him speak, and when he came back with nonsense, I threw him off the show. But I'm gonna stand down. But I don't want to talk to him.
Right.
Okay.
He's running.
Nobody feel about it.
So
Because if
running.
I can't speak,
Judah, let him close out, man. If you want, it's up to you.
Come back on here, period.
All right, it's up to you though, Judah. If you say no, because it's your show, I got to give you that respect.
Wait. If he's in a run, he doesn't need to give a spiel.
I'm gonna stand right here if I can finish reading what I'm reading.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
All right.
What do I have to run from? I already done proved you wrong, brother.
All right, go ahead, Commission.
Mad at you.
Go ahead, Commission.
Let me reshare this to make sure you see this. Like I said, it wasn't but a little comment. People get nervous. That's what they
want to give him the same respect like I give everybody when they get here.
Yeah, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that, brother. All right. So check this out. Moorish Rite, Freemasonry, and Moorish science are related, but distinct concepts, right? Moorish Rite Freemasonry is a Masonic order that emphasizes a symbolic return to the primeval waters of life and creation association with Moorish culture and Islamic mysticism. On the other hand, Moorish science refers to a system of knowledge and belief that includes sciences, mathematics, often linked to Moorish American history and culture. While both concepts draw from Moorish heritage, They represent different aspects of identity and knowledge within the broader context of Moorish culture. And Brother Arquette would tell you that. We respect Noble Drew Ali, but we don't use none of his teachings or try to make you believe the Moorish Rite Freemasonry is affiliated with Moorish science. So he lying to y'all, you know. And that being read, this is a site full of Masonic rituals. I ain't gonna go into it, but I want y'all to go and do y'all research in this site right here and see if you find any more science in it.
All right.
You know, you can see it up there, and I'm done.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I ain't got nothing to say.
All right, brother Judah, you can respond. Hold up, Apostle, because you know Judah want to respond, and then I want to bring on Apostle, y'all. I gotta move forward and bring on Apostle. Go ahead, Judah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So as you guys keep seeing, this guy keeps on indirectly admitting that Timothy Drew, with whom they call a prophet, was affiliated with Freemasonry in the black circles. There's no way to get around that. He just admitted it. He keeps, even Timothy Drew or his own teachings about that we're the Canaanites. First off, if we were the Canaanites, that would mean our God is Baal. So then that would discount Allah of Islam, unless you're saying that y'all's God is some kind of like Masonic, because the Masonic God is Baal, Jabulon, right? We were getting in trouble in the Torah for worshiping Baal. He's saying, his teacher, Timothy Drew, is saying that we're the Canaanites and that our God is Baal. Through Islam, which is not in the Quran, right? Because the Quran says, I forgot the correct terms, but it's like, do you choose other creators besides Allah? Like, do you choose Baal? Who I forgot, but how?
I think that's the debate right there, Judah. Right there, that's the topic.
Well, he's saying the commission's saying that the raising system or the spirit system of quote unquote raising comes from ancient Kemet, and I'm saying no, it don't. It comes from the Israelites. Right, and he's trying to avoid that because he don't want to, right? Because they teach something totally different, right? They're teaching against the Most High. They're teaching against the Torah. Teaching against the commandments. Timothy Drew is teaching for the things that got us put in trouble in the first place, worshiping Baal, doing this and doing that, and blah 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 blah, so forth and so on. We Canaanites, this, that, and the other. Then he's saying this guy's a prophet. Well, I asked Commission, where did Timothy Drew get his knowledge from? Did Allah of the Freemasons talk to him? Because it surely wasn't Allah of the Quran. It wasn't Yahweh of the Torah. Who taught Timothy Drew this? Where is this Egyptian ritual system that y'all have based upon self-mastery? Where is it? Because he asked me a question. What's the seventh degree of, sir, where is this organization? Where did Timothy Drew learn this information from? And where is this modern day Kemetic mystery system that you're an initiate of, and that Suleiman Muhammad and Timothy Drew were a part of? Where does it exist? Where? The European don't run it. Bro, stop it, bro. He's not going to get in the ring. I'll be long with it. He's not going to get in the ring. The topic is, it should be of the debate, and I'm trying to call him out. He's been running for years. Is, sir, the raising system or mystery system, whatever you want to call it, who established it first? Kemet or the Israelites? So all you gotta do, and then we, like you said, all we gotta do is source up. You go from the primary, the respective primary source.
Set it up, Shah. Set it up.
Stop it, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
Set it up. So, nah, ain't
Nah,
no
chill, Apostle, chill, Apostle. He's saying set it up, so he's taking on the challenge. There it is. Hey, Judah, text me the topic so you don't forget it. Say it again so it won't change.
Say
the topic again.
Don't change that topic.
Yes, say that topic again.
And I'm finna teach you.
All right, let me know.
Can I share my screen?
Hold on, Apostle. I'm trying to get the debate settled. Hold on.
You can do that later. You don't have to do it right now.
Yo, my man, I'm doing it now. Because these two been trying to get a debate for a while. So now I'm doing it in front of the people. Just be quiet for a minute. Go ahead.
The raising or see these words, right? Well, he don't like to use the word Masonic. I'm not afraid. It just only means builder. It's all that it means.
Use the word Masonic. Go ahead.
Okay. Who established the Masonic system? The ancient Israelites, or who do you say that did it? Oh, you said Kemet, right?
See what I'm saying?
All right. Come on, Commission. Help out on the title. Come on.
Oh, he asking me, did I say?
Yeah. Who established the
That he's setting the debate up, right? But
who established the mystery system?
I'm honoring his title.
Okay. What is the title, Commission?
Was it Egypt? He's saying, was it Kemet or was
Or
it
was it the Israelites?
I
Right.
say set it up.
There you go. Who established the mystery system? Who established the mystery system? Kemet or Egypt? I mean, Kemet or Israel? Israel.
Yes.
All right, and that's sure that's the title.
That's the title.
I'm with it.
Absolutely.
All right, now what day is good? 2 weeks from now or what? Give y'all time to put y'all PowerPoint together.
We can do it tomorrow if you want to.
No, I want to give them time. Is it 2 weeks from now or what? Talk to me.
Yeah, about
2 weeks is good. 2 weeks is good.
All right, let me get my let me pull up the calendar to show the
And
people.
send me that title too.
I got you. I'm gonna make the flyer. I'm gonna make the flyer.
All right. Yeah.
All right. The day is the 24th. 2 weeks from now would be Sunday would be the 7th of December. 7th of December. Is that good? Y'all want it on the Sunday? That'll be your Monday, Judah.
Either day for me.
Yeah, I definitely got to check my schedule, but it sounds about right. But let me check and see if everything works out. Like,
okay, and now, Commission, we will have to go at least at 2:00 in the afternoon.
I'm cool with
he's
that.
in Africa. I mean, he's in Japan. So
yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Okay, you good with that, Judah? Get back to me, Judah, as soon as you can when you check your schedule.
Oh shoot, wait, I just said we're going on a talent on the 7th.
Oh, okay, on the 7th. So okay. So what about the 6th? The 6th is on a Saturday.
Oh, we're leaving.
I'm ready, sir.
We're leaving on Friday.
Y'all leaving on Friday. When y'all get back? When will y'all get back?
Like a week. We're getting back on the 7th.
You're gonna be ready before that?
Probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be ready, but in 2 weeks, then dang.
Yeah. So when you be back?
But like 3 weeks, because at least we can drum up some we can promote.
3 weeks, sir. Give him a month. He ain't ready. I'm making up
Bro.
excuses already, sir. Trust me.
No. He's going out of town with his family, so you can't do that. He's going out of town with the family, brother.
Like I say, Si, y'all gonna have to do that later, man.
All right, Judah, we'll do that later. I'll get the date and all that later when I call you.
Right.
All right, let me move on over to Apostle. You got the floor, Apostle.
Thank you. I want to share my screen. And while I'm sharing,
screen is sharing.
Okay, this is powerful because I want Judah to look at this screen and tell me if he see anything on that. What you see, Judah?
I see devil horns, and I think I see hand sign. I see devil horns off that lady throwing up a hand sign.
So there's no doubt in your mind that these people are involved in some type of craft, right?
No doubt in my mind.
No doubt. One more picture, Si. One more picture. I don't know if I can just push it and you'll see it, but let me know. Do you see it? The next picture?
No, it didn't change. It didn't change.
It didn't change? Okay, Si, hold on. I'm going to set it down and reshare it. Okay? Now I'm going to reshare this other picture. And this is doing like the turn of the century. All right. Slightly different, not as obvious, but look at the mama's hand. Is that intentional or not? Look at the sister's hands. Are they intentional or not?
Oh, that's where the next Islam get that from.
We see master secrecy going on in this family. This is earlier, and the last picture were later with the two daughters, the first picture. But it's the same, mama. The whole family's involved. This is during the turn of before the turn of the century. This is black folk involved in some type of shriner, some type of masonry Now, I'm going to ask you a question, sa.neter. Depp, Commissioner Depp, and this is nothing against him, but he has put on many presentations. Have he not?
Yes.
How many presentations has he allowed people to question him the same way he questioned Junior? Taking the amount of time that he did with Judah. How many times has he kicked me off the program? He don't listen when somebody try to question him. You got to hold him down when he do a show. You know that, son. He avoids as many questions as he can, or he'll start an argument. He'll start talking before you get your question out. I ain't never seen Commissioner Depp allow somebody to grill him the same way he just grilled you.
Commissioner Depp.
That's what I said, Commissioner Depp. I ain't never seen him allow somebody to do that to him.
Well, let me show you this, Apostle, and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see.
You got it up?
Yep. Pause.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your hands are open. I can see you with one leg in front of the other. Your hands are open.
What you see?
I see your hands are open. You showing all your hand, your palm.
You don't see what I'm holding up.
What you holding up?
Yeah, you don't see what I'm holding up.
Nah, man, I just see your hands. I don't see you holding up nothing.
Oh, man, how you don't see that?
I see one foot in front of the other.
Okay, but what else? Well, look at my hands.
Imitating what you saw in life. That's all. You imitating stuff that you saw in life. You ain't serious about that. That's all. You just imitating what you saw in life. Thinking you're knowledgeable.
I was doing this, Possum. I was throwing up.
You was throwing up the 6-6s?
Yeah, with my hands spread out.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. I thought you had an open palm.
Nah,
you can do what they do on TV. But they mean it when they do it on TV. You just acting cute, and that's all.
I got you, brother. All right. We're gonna let me get this brother Maroon. He had his hand up. Maroon, you in the building, man.
Oh yeah, it was. I just forgot what it was, man. It was something. Oh, when the people say that they got it from the Egyptians, I'm thinking that they're probably thinking like the real Egyptians and not knowing that they got it from the Roma gypsies, and what they got from them was a way of speech, a way of being able to talk without being found out about. And that's what they got from them. So when I hear, and you can look this up, you can look up, when was the gypsies kicked out of Britain, and you can look this up and see that, they might be talking, they have it confused on when they're saying, the Egyptians, that they got it from. What they got was the language.
Who are the gypsies?
The gypsies.
They were just nomads. Who are you talking about?
Look up Roma gypsies.
Roma?
Roma, R-O-M-A, gypsies.
Okay, Roma gypsies.
Right. And matter of fact, as a matter of fact, if you study, even when Hitler, when he was going after the Jews, he was also going after the Roma gypsies as well. There's a big history with the Roma gypsies that you would have to know and understand in order for you to really understand Freemasonry in its inner workings.
If you don't mind, brother, how old are you?
No, come on, Apostle.
I just want to know how old he is. That's all.
I'm 52.
All right. I want to. Hey, hold on, Judah. I want to get the young brother. He's been trying to get in, and then you next, Judah. All right, go ahead, brother. Ashe.
So when brothers like me do say things like we see the early hints of masonry in places like Kemet, when we like even how we hinted to the Hiram Abiff ritual, when we dealing with the resurrection of Asar, that's an old kingdom story. Like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with no Romans. I don't know about no Roma gypsy, none of that. And I thought that the word gypsy just meant an Egyptian. So I don't know how you an Egyptian and a Roman at the same time. I'm not trying to disrespect you, Elder. I'm not. That's just like an anachronistic statement, though.
Did you look it up? Did you bother to look it up?
Hold on, brother. Let him
Second,
finish.
And then when I heard the brother Judah Nas, he hinted to the sash that they wear. That's the same apron that you see them wearing in Kemet. You go see them all on the hieroglyphs. The brother Commission brought it out. You go see them all on the hieroglyphs with the apron. Yeah, I mean, those Europeans, they stealing that from them. When so, and like I even say, it hints even to older cultures as well. Before there's a Christ story, because I'm not denying Judah Nas when he says it has this relation to the Christ story, but the Christ story ain't nothing but a knockoff of older traditions itself. Yeah, I mean, that's a Tammuz. I would even say it's the feminine story of Ainena, to be honest, of her going to the underworld, being hung up on the cross for the 3 days, resurrected in the name of her father. You get what I'm saying? That's even before Asar. Dealing with that resurrection story. And then you see Tammuz, he gets involved in that same story. Damuzi, aka Tammuz, aka Damuzi, and then you see Geshti Nana as well. That's the third feminine figure. Geshti Nana, Ainena, and then of course it was Rishka Gil who even hung her up. That's even before we get to Asar. So we see that so when they relate this all the way to Hiram Abiff, we see, okay, we got the Hiram Abiff, we got the apron, and I already hinted to the stances. Like I said, you can see it with the Eucharitic Baal. You can see it with El. You go see it with Imhotep, who I would argue was one of the original master masons of Kemet. I'm going to land it there.
Hey, Sa.
All right.
Can you hear me, Sa?
Hold up. We're getting ready to allow Judah to close this thing out. But what you were saying, Kamisha?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a question real quick. You know what you just did when you shared your screen?
What's that?
And you asked Apostle what it was that he seen when you had your hands up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you a picture real quick. It ain't nothing to be read. Just show a picture real quick.
Yeah,
and I want to ask my
was talking about, right? You see what Ashe was just talking about, right? I had to go and throw that up to show you. Had to get you see that, Judah? See that, Apostle?
Yeah, but we don't know if that's an apron or not, though. I mean, come on, man. This is
but that's
it's called a shinty.
That's called conjecture.
It's called a shinty. That's what they call it in Kemet. But Sa, let me show you this picture real quick. And we got the brother that asked that brother, was he past raised on here? I want this brother to answer this question real quick when he see the picture that I'm showing. Okay, here it is right here. Y'all see that? Can you see that, Sa?
Yeah. Yep.
You see me standing over there with my hands crossed?
I see you.
All right. So the brother that asked Judah, was he past raised and exalted, brother? I want you to answer this question real quick for me. Is that a Masonic gesture right there? That you know?
I'm not familiar with that. You talking about
with me crossed over. You ain't familiar with it. You ain't never seen that in none of y'all stuff, have you? Thank you, brother. But you know what though? But you know what? Judah would say I was doing a Masonic pose right there. That's a comedian adept pose. And you know what that is? What my hands, how many fingers I got showing?
4.
No, on the other side as well. And it ain't 4.
It ain't?
Count them. Yeah, count them.
I see 4. I don't see your thumb.
6 of them, man.
It's my thumb right here. My pointed finger, that's 5 and 2. So what is that? 7.
Yeah, but the thumb ain't a finger, man. It's a digit, but it ain't a finger.
Me right here, brother.
Huh?
When you hold up your hand and you say I'm showing 5 fingers, you showing 5 fingers.
I said you showing 4 fingers. I see 4 fingers.
But my thumb is right here, bro. You can see it. Let me blow it up bigger.
Oh, you talking about on your where?
Yeah, right here.
But your thumb is partly covered. Your thumb is. I can't see your whole thumb.
It's seeable, brother. It's seeable. So you see it right there. Now that I confirmed it for you, that's 7 fingers. You know, so
yeah, it's like I see the peace sign you throwing up.
Right. So being that I put 5 over here on my right and 2 over here on my left arm.
Yeah, that look like a shadow.
On my right arm. Now, this with me bringing them together and hugging it, that's a symbolic circle 7. I'm telling you what it is.
Yeah,
now,
I can see that.
If it was secret, so would I be telling you that?
No.
You know why it ain't secret? Because there's a difference between an Egyptian Shriner and an Egyptian adept. Egyptian Shriners swear oaths of secrecy. Egyptian adepts don't teach oaths of secrecy. We call them sacred vows to the higher self. And we don't keep secrets. We keep things sacred. So in other words, an adept is a revealer of the light, not a concealer of the light. Look up the word hierophant, people, and see what that is. Thank you, brother. You know, my brother that I know. Thank you for confirming that.
Yeah, honestly, bro, with your hands folded and the arms this, and I seen Barack Obama do the same old thing.
Kemet, going back to Kemet. See, Apostle, you showed them women. Hold up, Apostle, you showed them sisters in your picture. But we're going to go back 3,000 years, baby.
Yeah.
Show you that the sisters been doing this a long time. What you think they doing? Do it look like a ritual or do it look like something going on here?
It look like a ritual because in Egypt, that's all it is rituals.
Oh, that's all it is?
Yeah, satanic.
You don't think there's a secret society going on?
It looks secret. Hashatan. That's what it looks like to be. All kind of secret worship, man. That's all I see.
Okay. How about this one? What you see on this one?
Oh, you got that compass?
Uh-oh.
Measure of man? That's what you're dealing with, man.
Uh-oh.
Any Mason.
Does that look like the dollar bill?
It's the all-seeing eye of horse is on the dollar bill. They put it there. Oh, Benjamin Franklin and them, man. They were corrupt, man. They were witchery, man. They were rich cash, man.
If only any of us could read the metal Natzarah and see what it say on the side. I should call Reggie right quick.
That's dealing with the building of the pyramids, Masonicism, masonry, dealing with concrete, the measurement of it. You got to be a skilled person in order to lay a foundation. Now, yeah, we know that, but then they taking it out of that and they taking it somewhere else, bringing some other kind of stuff up out of it that leads you to stuff that's no good.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to let Judah Naz close us out. Close us out, Brother Judah. Good presentation. Good response from the people. Good feedback. And close us out. Hey, Davion, you want to say anything before we close out?
Yeah. No, I want to say, I'm looking forward to the debate. I'm looking forward to seeing what I think the brother said, African self-mastery. I'm wondering what that is, or what the system is, and see if it can uphold against the Torah. So, which it usually never does. I'm just saying. And
so you think the Torah is unbeatable, huh?
Of course, bro.
Oh, the Torah is the word of God, man.
Of course. Oh, I do want to say the word of God. I do want to say this though. When is Zion Lex ever gonna take that debate on?
I spoke to Zion Lex yesterday, and he might be coming on soon, so you'll be able to ask him this weekend or something.
Okay.
Come on in, I'll let you in. And remember, the Torah have a mama and a daddy, and Kemet is they got their mama and daddy, brother. So remember that, man. Remember that.
I don't know where you read that from, but
what the Yankee cap is saying, no. What, are you an Israelite, brother? What are you? What you representing?
I'm nothing. I'm just a student.
Are you saying no?
Yeah, because my studies
already broke that down already, man.
Listen, no, what I'm telling you is if you understood, just look up Roma. Look up the Roma and
Roma,
understand
okay.
and look up and study the Roma and see what they say about being, the matter of fact, I was just looking it up right here. Look up the Egyptian Act of, hold on 1 minute. Egyptian Act of 1530.
Write that down in commission. The Roma.
Look up,
write that down.
the
Look all that
Egyptian
up.
Act of 1530.
AD or BC?
1530 is around the time of King James, man.
Oh, okay. That's AD. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a 1530 BC too, right?
Okay, yeah, but no, that's what I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you it ain't that. It's a more recent time, and they is what they got from them that where it plays a part in Freemasonry. So you got to understand, look up and understand the Roma. Just study them in all aspects, not just the 1530. Go into them and really study. I'm just saying, look into 1530 to understand certain things about them.
All right, Maroon. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, subscribe, so you can
I've been on this page a long time, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't sent you emails, ask you about doing shows and everything, man. You never respond back to my emails.
I don't be. You know what? Put your name in the private chat right now. What's my email?
It's sa.neter.
No.
I ain't got it on me right now. I'm saying I did it so long ago. I don't got it like on my head at the moment.
Netter. sa.neter at yahoo.com. All right. I'm gonna put it up. Can you screen share? You know how to screen share?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put it up. Screen share it. Hit me up, and I will respond. Because I see you got information, brother. And I'm damn sure will bring you on. You got information.
Yeah. Like I told you, I got a book out and everything, man.
Oh, man, we got to get to that. We got to get to it. What's the name of your book?
It's called Freemasonry and Yoni Worship, the second killing of Jesus.
All right, take a screenshot. There go my email right there. If you hit me up tonight, I will respond. I'll put my number in there and everything. And man, my man got to come in when I'm closing out. God damn.
Man, we should have known that from the onset.
I was waiting when I was on the other show when you said that you was doing this. I said, okay, I'm waiting for this one, and this is the one I jumped on. Yeah, but I could have been on the other ones too.
Right.
Black Sage, man.
Black Sage, what up, brother?
What's good, family? Shalom. Peace and blessings.
You just come in when I close out. Look at.
Hey man, I'm gonna be real quick, man. Great show, man. Great presentation, Judah. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Davion. Shout out to the good brother, man. I don't know the brother name, Maroon brother, but shout out to him as well as the other brother Corner. Peace to you, Apostle. Shout out to you, Elder sa.neter, as well, man. I just want to say, man, again, Judah, great presentation, man. Still in there. Commissioner Depp, I see you down there. I see you down there, PC family. I just want to say, man, I've been hearing a lot of Israelite smoke going on up on this panel lately, man. Y'all are, I'm just gonna say it, y'all a bunch of punks. A bunch of punks is what I hear.
Black Sage, I thought we were supposed to do something. You wanted to do a show. What happened?
Man, I got busy. I forgot, man, but I'm ready, man. I forgot which one of them chumps I was gonna address. It was one of them though, but they rotate up here quite frequently. I'll catch them again. It'll come back to me. I think it was Ngolo. No, you know who it was? You know who it was? It was the dude that you had up here the other day with the black shades on.
Big homie.
Yeah, big
homie with little brain.
CC. Big homie CC.
Yeah, big homie CC with the little brain.
That guy. Yeah, when I get some time, son, then I'm gonna come up here, man, so I can kick him in the face.
So he supposed to be live on the 26th side.
I don't know how sa.neter be having all these dead men talking. You're a great magician for that, sa.neter.
I think he's coming to the panel on the 26th.
Yeah, you're a great magician, sa.neter. A great magician.
I just want to say, hey, sa.neter, bro, I don't know where you be finding them cats at.
All right, hold on. I was on the phone distracted. What you talking about, Yara? What you saying?
I said I was trying to catch the little big homie up here because he said some incredibly stupid stuff, man. It wasn't even outrageous, it was just stupid. So, but
I I thought I heard my name though.
You said what?
I thought I heard my name.
No, I was just saying I don't know why you be recycling these cats around here, man. Like I don't know where you find them, man. But I know sa.neter, he give everybody a chance to speak. That's a great thing about this panel, man.
Yeah, he even let the Holy Ghost speak today.
The what?
The Ghost went all
Hey, that's all good.
Holy Ghost.
Oh, the Holy y'all, man, you had the Holy Ghost on him, man.
Man,
I missed
shout out to the Holy Ghost, man.
It was crazy. You hear me?
It was crazy to you because he went against what you was talking about.
No, of course he did, because he's the Holy Ghost.
Man,
shout out to the Holy Ghost. He will be here tomorrow having a discussion with a pastor.
When Big Homie coming up? On the 26th, right?
Well, that's the same Christian pastor.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't no different.
Pastor Mo.
No, him and Pastor Bennett was getting it in.
Yeah,
Pastor Bennett
chewed him up. Yeah, he chewed him
Pastor
up.
Bennett light him up.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't even.
He lit him up.
What's good, Judah?
Go ahead.
Hey, Shalom, Eliara. Hey,
Shalom,
listen, I just want to hop off real quick. I want to send my thanks to sa.neter for having me on. Shout out to Sister Nepal. Shout out to the whole panel for hopping on and asking great questions. Shout out to the brothers that hit the panel. Shout out to the commissioner for staying for the whole panel and accepting the debate. I think it'd be a fire debate. I just want to say that so the topic is really, like, I guess there really is no real answer. I guess we can say God created the mystery system, but we're talking about as far as raising and the self-mastery and all that, like the mystery system is what I'm talking about, right? Like to which led up to this secret societies and whatever. Who are the originators of it? Our people were the Israelites, right? And I'm going to show and prove that in the debate by showing also the Israelite sciences. So I'm going to show you etymologically, the words and the meanings and things of the temple science of why you see Freemasons in them. So when one brother hit the panel, he was like, "Oh, were you raised?" And actually, yes, I was, but he wasn't. He just went through a ritual. He laid down. They raised him up as Jesus or whatever, and now he thinks he's raised. No, well, he's still in the sunken place, sir. The only thing they raised was the lodge money that they put. Y'all gonna pay for lodge dues. That's right. When they raise that money up, that's the only thing that's gonna raise with you. So I'm gonna hop off. Thank you for having me on. It was a dope panel today too. I'm glad everyone came through and hopped on and asked some intelligent questions. I definitely want to hear more about the Inky Jabari debate. And it's dope.
I already got my ticket.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
you got your ticket. Did you get the link yet, Apostle? No, right?
I haven't seen it. No.
It'll come to you because I just sent it to Nepal. So
okay,
get it. I'm gonna call you and let you know when you got it. All right, thank y'all, man. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all
Hey, don't forget, end of December, me and the pod going at it too. That's gonna be the end of the year debate.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
don't sleep. Don't sleep.
Okay, wait.
When the date was.
All right. Yeah. This is when Yara get beat down.
Yeah, it ain't gonna never happen.
Yeah,
Don't let them change that.
You gonna need a replacement host after that debate.
Don't let them change that title, sir.
I know. I got you.
All right.
All right, brothers. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Shalom.
Peace. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
God told me don't say shalom. He said just say shalom.
Cesaria?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say
Man,
SHALLAM. Shalom.
All right. The link is in the chat. The debate is going down this Friday. Y'all. Wednesday, Thursday, and then the debate is going down. Don't wait till the last minute.
No excuses, man. Don't eat too much turkey. You ain't
I won't be able to pick up my phone. Don't call me. The link is in the chat. You can go to any video of mine, and the link is at the top in my description. It'll take you right to the board, right to the ticket. So you want to get your ticket now, immediately. The link is in the chat right now. Don't wait till the last minute, like I said, because I won't be answering no phones. I'll be busy. And it's going to be a long debate, man. God damn, it's going to be a long
one.
Yeah. 30 minutes each round. These brothers are looking for a knockout. So.
Well, they got to keep it exciting, then.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Barbie told me he got like damn near 20 clips of Inky. Damn. And Inky saying he got some stuff. So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Gonna be
crazy. He'll keep it popping. Inky will keep it popping.
Bobby Floyd Mayweather, or will Inky take his title? What do you think?
I'm going with Inky, man.
Damn.
I'm going with Inky like I did against him. Yeah, I'm going with Inky.
Yeah, you know, some people like to see the champ lose, so that's why they're coming in. That's why you bought a ticket.
Yeah.
You want to see him lose.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Somebody got to beat him. You can't protect him forever.
Damn, Apostle, for real?
Yeah. You can't protect him forever.
What do you think about Jabari versus Ron Dalton?
Good debate.
Okay.
Good debate, but you got to keep him because Jabari can be long-winded and Ron. Ron can be way.
No, in a debate you get the time, brother. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
I was on the phone with Ron yesterday, and I think Ron is biting. He's biting. He want that. He want that smoke.
Well, he say nobody to debate him.
Yeah, so he want that smoke.
Yeah.
I called Zion to debate him. Zion said, "Yo, Sa, you know that's my brother. That's his
Yeah,
man."
he worked with him at the school.
Yeah, so he said, "Damn, I can't do it. That's they brothers. They good."
Right. Yeah, because Zion was a teacher at the school of Detroit.
Oh, what the day is? Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Huh?
Tuesday. Football was on last night.
God damn, I'm behind the day. Yes, I'm behind the day. So let me let y'all see. Tomorrow, this is going down. All right. We got big homie CC in the building. Big homie CC will be in the building, y'all. And he will be with brother sa.neter. And of course, Dr. Reggie will be in the building.
All right.
All right. Peace and black power, y'all. We out of here. Peace and blessings.